Let's bring you more on the crash of the Virgin Galactic spacecraft at the end of last week. Well, Sir Richard Branson has told Sky News his project will continue despite the crash after US investigators suggested perhaps pilot error may be to blame. Let's talk to Per Wimmer. He's a founding astronaut for Virgin Atlantic and he joins us from central London. Well, very good to talk to you, Per, perhaps not in these circumstances because, of course, our thoughts, first and foremost, with the families of the pilots involved.
Yeah, absolutely. That has got to be the first priority. I really feel deeply for the Alsbury and Seabold families. I lost my own dad last week, so I can only imagine how they must feel at the moment. However, having said that, I remain fully behind Sir Richard Branson's vision about private space. It is difficult sometimes to push the boundaries of what human mankind is behind, and sometimes it does lead to loss along the way, unfortunately. Just like Kennedy said in the early 60s, we choose to go to space not because it's easy, but because it's hard. And going to space is hard. But I think Virgin Galactic has got lots of great and talented people, and if anything, they should be able to execute it, even after setbacks such as these tragic circumstances last week.
And the investigation, though, has to be thorough, it has to be painstaking, it has to get right to the bottom of what happened, and that could delay it quite a while.
No doubt. It's in everybody's interest to go through a thorough investigation, see exactly what happened. The good news is there's a lot of data available for any test flight, so they should be able to come up with the problems, as it were. And after that, the second phase will obviously be having the Virgin Galactic engineers looking at it and addressing them, finding out what the solution is, so that eventually we can fly on a safe spacecraft. And I very much look forward to that. The dream is very much alive as far as I'm concerned. I'm certainly not pulling out. I want to go to space, and that remains even more so now, in particular as we honor the loss and the suffering of the two test pilots. I'm even more committed to going to space now.
And from your experience, I mean, it's impossible to speculate about the cause, but from your experience, it can sometimes be, can't it, something rather small and insignificant that has either malfunctioned, been overlooked, or not fitted properly or maintained properly that could have caused this. We saw that in shuttle accidents in the past.
I'm in no position to comment on what an investigation might turn out 12 months from now. We'll have to let the investigators do the work. It is correct that there's a multitude of options, and there certainly will be a number of lines of inquiries relating to the engine, to the function of the spacecraft, etc. But we'll just have to be patient and wait for that investigation to come through. It's not for me to speculate what might be the cause of the action. I think it's important that talented people are put on the case within the NTSCB. The American authorities, and then subsequently Virgin Galactic engineers really get to work on the solution so that we can fly a safe spacecraft.
Yeah, I mean, but the point of that question was that the hope is that it is something that's fixable, because if it is more structural, this could either delay it a lot longer or end ultimately in cancellation.
True, absolutely. We hope that it is fixable, and it is fixable quick, so that we can find out what went wrong and address it, absolutely. And therefore we can get to live out our dreams that we've been waiting so patiently for.
And Pat, I mean, so you're saying, I mean, you've already said it, you would quite happily, if this is fixed, when it is fixed, you would quite happily climb aboard and take it as far as it can go.
Absolutely. I've been waiting for more than a decade. I signed up a decade ago as a founding astronaut of Virgin Galactic, and I really that hasn't changed. If anything, it's made me even more determined. We knew that going to space was always going to be hard. There would be bumps along the way, there would be suffering along the way. We hope to minimize that, but it is hard to go into space, and my determination is even more so. And we have to do that to honor those losses along the way. So my thoughts really go out to the families.
Okay, well, Per, great to talk to you, and thank you very much. Very good to hear that the spirit is undimmed. Per Wimmer there. I look at the weather now. Most places having sunny spells and a